Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Dynasty Racing League's DRL TV. We are running behind due to a technical error, but we are here, and we are here at the Glen. We're here for 41 laps at Watkins Glen, 100 for the GoFundMe page for Rhonda Wellborn. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let this grid cycle through real quick. If I can get everything working just right, like I said, panic. You know how it is. Oh, we got Spencer Tart with us tonight, too, by the way. All y'all's Tart fans.
Nice to be in the house, everybody.
Well, quick update while this thing is cycling through. The wife is doing really well. We're worried about the skin graft taking, but other than that, she's doing really well. The GoFundMe link is in the description on the side there, ladies and gentlemen. If you're able to help out, that's great. If you're not, please just bookmark it, share it to your Facebook page. That will help out a lot. Get the word out. Probably all I'm going to talk about right now as we are running late, but might get into a little bit of this later on in the race. And I hope it cycled all the way through as far as our drivers are concerned. And who's got the pole? Did you happen to see who had the pole?
Yeah, Ryan Hesgard has got the pole by over half a second. Not even close on qualifying. Pretty impressive how bad he beat him.
Do you think we ought to pull him in? I guess it probably wouldn't hurt.
No.
Alright, we'll pull him in.
Hey Ryan, this is Spencer and David in the booth. You got a copy?
Uh-huh.
Hey man, you absolutely killed him on qualifying. Almost 3/4 of a second on him. How do you feel about tonight?
We've been practicing hot laps all day just to see what we can do, but I didn't really expect to get that lap. So I don't know. We'll see. It's just got to be mistake-free. I think whoever makes the least amount of mistakes will definitely have a chance to win here. So we know what we got to do. All we got to do is.
Well, not to sound too dejected that you're on the pole, but congratulations, my man.
Thanks, sir.
Go out there and bring another win home. What's that going to be, 8?
He's lost count
number
at
9.
this point.
Yeah, we'll be going number 8 in the Grand National. Will be number 11 for the season.
Wow. Well, good luck, man.
Thanks, guys.
All right. As I was saying,
Goal sitter Ryan Hesgard. Wow.
My wife does have diabetes, ladies and gentlemen, and that is no joke. If you have it, take care of your blood sugar, eat a good diet, and exercise. And for God's sakes, if you get a blister on your foot, go to the doctor. It only takes 1 week for an infection to sit in. It takes 2 weeks for it to kill you. It almost killed my wife. So please, keep your feet, keep your blood sugar. Let's go racing. All right.
On that note, we got 17 cars here tonight taking the grid.
Who you picking?
You're looking at Ryan's time. I can't pick anybody else. He's just been so good all season. But I really think that Mike and Ben are going to give him a run for his money. So I think we'll have a show tonight here either way.
Well, Izinga is third. Mike Lemon is second. I'm going to go with Izinga. I think Hesgard is going to choke and hit the wall at some point.
I don't see that happening, but we'll see as Ryan gets a really good jump there. So does Ben. Ben is probably going to look to the inside here going into turn 1.
Everybody hates the winner. Oh, that was real tight right there between them two.
Side by side coming out of 1, the 17 and 38 of Mike Lemon. Still side by side. You're not supposed to do that through there, but they make it work. It's just Lemon takes the spot.
All's fair in racing, buddy. You can do anything you want, including throwing hand grenades.
I'm not sure if that's proved, but...
Well, you can throw water bottles.
Move back into that spot at the bus stop, but not going to be able to make it happen. Thinks a little better of it. Early doesn't want to tear up his car yet.
Well, we know you can throw water bottles on the track. Ask Dale Earnhardt. But they finally get single file, it looks like, for the most part. Everybody's... Oh! Nathan Pollard.
I believe that was Pollard, yep. Big hit.
Wow. Let's take a quick rewind on that. Now he's just going to get right here. He's going to break loose on him.
Yeah,
And
looks like he just got loose.
you got to watch that.
Tried to get back in the gas and just went around on him. That's really unfortunate for him.
Battle here between Stouffer and Larillo. Stouffer makes the pass on the outside. That is for 7th position.
And Stouffer's shown this season that he's got quite a bit of speed here, so don't be surprised to see him in the top 5 at some point tonight.
And we had 17 drivers. 16 started the race. Phillips, I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he's getting a late start. He just hit pit road, so he's going to be at least 2 laps down coming into this race. No yellow flags. So
I'm going to assume that was probably computer issues. You know, we don't have mechanical issues in these cars per se, but we definitely have different type of hardware issues.
well, if it won't start, it won't start. It don't matter whether it's the starter or the computer.
That's right.
Well, it didn't take Hesgard long to get 2 seconds out on our 2nd place driver, but they are still going at it. Lemon and Izinga. Getty Buckner just sitting there waiting on somebody to make a mistake.
Yeah, and you know those two, you see him sliding them off the corner, being real aggressive back on the throttle. And you look back at Getty, and he's not really sliding the tires as much. He's not getting on it as early. He's playing the tires safe. He knows that he's got to run these tires almost 25, 30 laps. So.
Well, Getty's is out there for a Sunday drive, it looks like.
Yeah, but that's going to take care of him in the long run. But, you know, you watch some of these other guys, they're sliding the rear end around these corners.
Getty goes to the bus stop like he's just running 35 mile an hour on Sunday afternoon. And it looked like Edwards was making a move back here. He did. He made a move to get around Chris Stouffer.
Yeah, you know, Bill ran here last night. This car, it drives a lot like the Cup car did last night, so he's got a little bit of experience that some of these guys don't have of racing so far. So that helps him. Seat time is really important, especially when it comes to road courses where you don't run too much. And look at the gap grow over 2.25 seconds going into turn 1 between Ryan Hesgard and Mike Lemon.
These boys are really doing an awesome job out here tonight. More of the same from last night. Unless somebody blocks the track really good with about 5 or 6 cars, we will not see a yellow flag here tonight. This will be green flag run all the way through and through. So,
and this is a pretty quick race time-wise. You know, only 41 laps at about a minute per lap, a little over a minute per lap. So we're only talking 45 minutes to less than an hour here. So it's almost like a sprint race for these guys. You know, they're used to a little bit longer races. So.
And boy, Izinga, he picked up a lot of speed coming through that bus stop there. He's just trying to find him a hole to get around Lemon.
Yeah, Izinga gets off the bus stop really well, and he hugs that corner for a long time, which surprises me that he can get off so well at the bus stop.
Stouffer makes the pass on Edwards. Edwards is getting a little loose, and it looks like he may end up getting passed by Larillo if he keeps slinging that rear end out like that.
Yeah, and we got a track temperature of over 100 degrees, 104 actually, so, you know, these cars don't have the downforce packed on them like the Cup cars did, so you really have to be careful taking care of the rear tires in these, otherwise, because you don't have the stability that the Cup cars had.
James Pendahl, where we look back here at JP, he is in the 11th position. Again, just out for a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, and sometimes that's the way, you know, if you don't have the 100% the speed of some of these other guys, you just got to take care of your car and think points for the night, because one mistake and you could end up in 17th and not being able to get back in this race.
Well, a top 10's a top 10. Don't matter if you're waiting for 6 other guys to hit the wall or whatever.
That's right.
I know that's what I look for each week. Try to get in the top 10. Hesgard doing an awesome job out here. He just keeps on increasing his lead, as it looked like Lemon might have just tagged the outside wall there.
Yeah, he was close. I don't think he touched it. Real close to that tire barrier, though.
I watched Izinga do it earlier this afternoon in practice. I mean, he really used the whole track getting around here. And
yeah, these cars are really tight on entry. I noticed. I tried to put some laps down to try to figure out the car before the race. These cars are really tight on entry, but really loose on exit when you try to get back on the gas. So it makes it really tough judging when you can get back on the throttle in these cars, because you don't know if it's going to turn, and if it does turn, it might over rotate. So it's kind of unpredictable with these cars.
oh, the biggest thing you got to worry about is once these tires get old, you got to really eggshell it coming out of these turns and getting back out onto the gas. If you get on that gas just a little too hard coming off that final turn, going down the straightaway, you can end up going down pit road. We saw a driver do that last night, go down pit road by mistake, and ended up having to just short pit.
Yeah, for sure. It's really tough getting off of these corners, and with the curbing on the exit of these corners, they don't help you at all when you get back on that surface. Once you get back on the racing surface from the curb, the tire likes to spin a second time, so it's almost like snapping loose again. Out of 1, when you get onto that curving, it wants to send you into the tire barrier, and out of 7, it likes to get a little squirrely on you too. But you look at Ryan Hesgard, and he can get all over these bumps, but the way he's getting back on the throttle is a little bit smoother than some of these other guys. He's not wobbling off the corner. And that's the difference why he's 3 seconds up over these guys right now.
Well, I'll tell you right now, this battle between James Larillo, Bill Edwards, and Cronowit is really, really heating up back here in the back. And Larillo was looking to the inside to go to the bus stop, was not able to make it work, but it's still not over. And this is a battle for 6th.
You see those two S2R Fatal Concept sponsored cars really duking it out there, with that SGK car trying to hunt them down, waiting for one of them to make a mistake. These are 2 veterans, so it's going to be tough to make a move.
Edwards put a block. He went really high on Larillo and opened up the door for Cronowit to get to the inside of Larillo.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, because he's probably just trying to use all the track he can.
Well, whatever it was, it forced Larillo to back out going into 1 there and giving the spot over to Cronowit.
Now, something we're going to notice tonight is, with it being 41 laps, you do have to stop, and Cronowit just tagged the wall a little bit coming out of that corner there. I don't know if you saw that or not. He gave him any damage, but he just barely scraped it coming out of the S's.
No, he got damage out of it, but it was an angle that we didn't get to see. Let's see if I can't rewind it and get a better angle of it. Yep, he just really too close right there and just tags the outside wall. Well, I say outside wall. There is really no outside or inside wall when it comes to this track.
Yeah, he was just trying to be really aggressive there, staying on the throttle, trying to catch up with him and just tag the wall a little bit. I don't think it's going to affect him at all, but got kind of lucky that it didn't shoot him around, as he got really loose off of 7 there, trying to catch up to Bill.
Bill looks like he's getting ready to check out, try to run back down there.
He does. He's getting through these corners a little bit smoother than some of these other guys. It looked like Gary's really trying to get on it hard, and Bill's just kind of driving. So that's, you normally see that out of a faster car. It doesn't look like he's driving it as hard to go fast. So, in the long run, that pays off for Bill either way.
I think Larillo is just sitting there waiting. He knows the mistake's coming. He just don't know when. We jump back up front. That is your fearless leader, Mr. Dominant Hesgard. Definitely walking away with this race, as he already has a 3-second lead, and we're only 9 laps into a 41-lap race. And he's slinging his car sideways like that. You got to think, I talked about Honeycutt doing it last night, just overdriving the car the whole race. And it almost bit him in the rear twice. Once his got the black screen and his computer just shut down on him for a second. But at the end, the very last lap, he ends up hitting the wall, overdriving the car. We saw him get really loose several times last night. You gotta
Yeah, for sure.
gotta think Hesgar's got that in the back of his mind as he's racing.
Well, from what I noticed about these cars, if you don't drive them as hard as they can, as hard as you can, they just don't get through the corner. If you don't get back on the power, they don't rotate. If you brake too early, the car won't turn. I mean, you got to be on it every lap with these cars, otherwise you get out of a rhythm and you're not going to be able to get back in it.
And you got to use these rumble strips in these cars to your advantage.
Yeah, for sure. And that bus stop, it doesn't like to turn very well, so you kind of gotta forcefully turn it with the curbs there, and hope not to wheel hop it too bad coming off.
Pollard down pit road. Wonder what happened to him.
Well, you remember we saw him he have an incident early, but he
think-
might be trying a little bit different fuel strategy here. I think you can make it from here.
I'm gonna back it up just to make sure. I think he might have. He's awful slow. He's tagged a wall somewhere.
Well, remember he wrecked on the first lap.
Oh,
coming off of,
there it is. Well, no, he's
Yeah,
done
so-
something.
Pretty average time stop there. So I don't know. Maybe he's trying to play shortstop and.
I think his toes knocked out on his car because he had a heck of a time getting into one. So maybe, I don't know. He didn't fix any damage, so not sure what he's thinking. But 10 lap fresher tires is better than everybody else out on the track.
Yeah, for sure.
Hesgard really dominating.
Yeah, he is. His lap times aren't falling off too much. He's only a little over a second off of his fastest lap here, so he's not falling off as much as some of these other drivers. And you see him sliding that rear end around, but it's not really hurting him as much. I mean, he's actually getting faster compared to these other guys.
Well, he did say he put in a lot of practice for hot laps. You got to wonder, coming into this, does he make the right decision of doing just hot laps? What's that car going to feel like to him once he gets another 10 laps on it? He's gonna have to come in at 20 laps anyway. They're going to cut it in half. Sidarius Jackson says he's going to cut it a little short and come on in now.
Yeah, and I think if you're running in the back and you need a win to get in, or you're close, why not gamble on strategy a little bit? You're pretty far back. Maybe you try a two-stop strategy where everybody else is going to try a one-stop. With these road courses, there's a little bit more you can do strategy-wise and see how it pays off. But unless you have the pure speed, the speed is the best strategy to be fast.
Well, you think anybody will short pit and take a 2-tire stop just for track position?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, but you'd have to pit early, otherwise you're gonna have to put more fuel in the car. They got to be careful with not getting that second can in if they're gonna try something weird on fuel.
So what? They're really short. What? Maybe 5 or 6 laps on fuel.
I want to say they're probably 8 or 9. I'm not exactly sure the full fuel run here, but I think they can do close to 34 somewhere in there. So 7-8 laps somewhere in there, depending on whether they're saving or not.
Well, I always heard you had to run races backwards. So if this is the way you do it, then that's probably not a bad call if somebody thinking about short pitting. Maybe just grabbing some right side tires and getting out, because everybody's going to I'm pretty sure Hesgar's going to take 4 tires when he comes down. It's just a matter of when he comes down.
Track position is really important here. I mean, it is not easy to pass around here. Yeah, there's a lot of passing opportunities that the track gives, but they're not easy to take, whether you're the faster car or not. Sometimes the only way to get around somebody is to give them a little bit of a bump.
Well, I don't know what's happened with Mike Lemon and Ben Izinga, but Izinga has caught the back end of Lemon, and it looks like he may be starting to challenge Lemon for that second spot.
Yeah, I was paying attention to that a little bit, and it just looked like Ben was taking a little bit better care of his tires. I mean, every time you see him get out of 7, Lemon is just pointing it at the pit wall, where Ben Izinga's playing it a little bit safer. He's He's not getting on the gas too hard. He's kind of slowly rolling back in it.
And he's
And
not running
spinning
as
him.
wide through one either. You know, I've seen a lot of drivers just take that car completely on the other side of the rumble strip and then come back out on the track. He was barely halfway across the rumble strip versus Lemon there being all the way across the rumble strips going into one.
Yeah, which is helping his exit speed a little bit and saving tire at the same time. So if he's able to do that, I don't think that he's going to be able to hold him off for too long. But again, I was talking about how hard it is to pass here. We can see that Ben is probably, I'd say, 2/10 a lap faster right now. But it doesn't translate to being able to pass.
You got to still hit the brake to keep from hitting the guy in front of you. So, yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
Getty
right.
Butner just ran off the track back there.
Yeah, I mean, using track limits just a little bit, but no harm, no foul.
Getty, of course, he is 6 seconds back off the lead here.
Oh, Stouffer looked like he might have given Bill a bump coming out of 6th there, but Bill still holds on to the spot as we got a three-way battle for the 6th position or 5th position. I'm sorry.
Let's back that up and find out. Well, play. Thank you. Bill gets around Stouffer and then gets loose. Let's see if he tags him. I don't see
Benazinga
it.
is on the bumper. He might not have touched him. He got real loose, but Benazinga is all over Mike Lemon right now.
He's now on
Is
the
he maybe gonna
inside.
move into 7? Is he going to be able to get the power down? He's side by side with him. He got a really good exit for being on the inside there.
Drag race into one.
He's got the better position into 1, but can he outbrake him? Now, Lemon outbroke him there, but he's not going to get the run off. He just got back in the power too late, and Ben gets it done. That's a textbook pass here. Really clean. You know, you really got to set up your passes here within 2 or 3 turns, and it took 3 turns for him to get by him.
Yeah, now we see people coming down pit road. Andrew Short's now in. Let's see if he's. I don't think he's got damage, so yeah, I don't know if this is a scheduled stop or not. The whole side of his car is tore up.
Yeah, I think if you're trying to come in as a legit strategy that, you know, if you want to see some of these faster guys are doing, I think the only strategy I really see working here would be probably 17, 18, 19. But, you know, we're on 16 right now, so it's not very far off, so.
He
Just a
did.
little bit of damage, so I don't think that's why he can't.
He got a little bit of damage fixed, about 3 seconds worth of it, but he is definitely short pitting. As Hesgard is our leader, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Lemon is in, so yeah, scheduled pit stops are starting. Hesgard with a 6.2 second lead, and he is already hitting close to the 8 second mark where I said he was going to win this race by. So we were talking about that off air, about how far Hesgard was going to win the race by.
Yeah, at this point, it's almost a rolling joke. How much is Hesgard going to beat the field by?
And I think, Honeycutt did it by 8 seconds last night, 6 or 7 seconds last night. So
Yeah, and he almost wrecked the car on the last lap and lost like 4 seconds. So if
yes.
it wasn't for that, it'd have been even worse.
Yeah, I think it'd have been around 12 or so, but he definitely dominated all the way up until he got a black screen, and then he gave the lead over, and then comes back, battles back, gets the lead, and then just drives away from everybody. Pretty much like what Hesgard's done. He's going to lead every lap, so nobody's going to get a lap leg, because I'm pretty sure Hesgard's going to stay out.
I don't know. I don't know. Somebody might get a lap left.
They'll be lucky if they do.
Lemon went ahead and pit there on 16 going on to 17. I assume Bill.
I think it's in.
Stay out one more lap. Ben's in. That's a really good call by Ben. I like where he pitted there. I think 18 is he's going to gain a couple of seconds on everybody by coming in a little bit earlier than some of these other guys up front. I think that that's a good idea. We're going to see if he takes 2 or 4 here. I think he's probably going to take 4. Yep, he's going to take 4 tires here.
Larillo's in.
Yeah, right about where I figured. That 18 to 20 mark was where everybody was going to come in.
Larillo's taking 4. Hesgard still out front, still dominating. Gonna probably wait till lap 20.
No, I think they kind of forced his hand. I think he's got to come in this time.
He is.
Yep,
He's coming in.
All right. He's got a big gap. There's no reason to try to play games with the pit strategy.
Let's see what he does. As
I assume 4 tires.
I think he's going to give the lead over to Butner. Butner may actually get a point lead here tonight.
No, Getty's coming in too, so he's not going to lead.
So that gives Bill Edwards a point. Hesgard taking rights and lefts. Now he's going to take rights. And that's,
Well, yeah.
I was wondering if he was going to do it or not.
So yeah, Bill's gonna lead this lap if he stays out.
And Bill did get a shot to the rear end from somebody. I just seen the back end of his car.
Yeah, I believe that was lap 1. I think it might have been short, but I'm not positive on that.
Kronowit, not too bad of a job, currently running 10th. Now, let's see if I can see what I can see with these pit stops. We did this last night. Nathan Pollard came in and took 6.4 seconds on lap 8.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Well, he got 8 laps on his stint, so I don't understand that. There's no way there's no way he just took fuel only.
Possible, I don't know. As Bill stays out another lap, he does get that lap led, and Brent Kingcott's still out. I don't think he's pit yet either.
Brent Kingcott, James Pandal, Edwards.
So the top 3 have not pit yet.
Sam Niederham, all still out.
Yeah, so as I was saying about Ben earlier, how I liked his strategy, you remember he was 8 or 9 seconds behind at one point, and he's within 2 seconds of Ryan now. So if he I don't think he's gonna, but he's got a little bit of a chance to close the gap here, possibly.
Well, now the one thing you don't want to have happen is you come down pit road, and now you got to get around some of these cars that have not pitted. So I mean, you got Hesgard now coming up on Izinga. He's trying to make that move.
Bill ducks down. I figured he'd do it that time. Brent's gonna stay out one more lap at least.
That might have who is that in that car? That's JP behind Izinga. Never mind, I got them mixed up.
JP's gonna stay out another lap too.
Hesgard, you know, we don't want to have happen is what happened to Mr. Lucky last night. Riding along, downshifting, and miss a gear. You know, you got to keep that in mind. Hesgard's got to keep that in the back of his mind as well. Brent Kingcock does get a lap lead, so way to go, Kingcock.
Yeah, I mean, 9 shifts a lap here. You know, 9 times 41. You got quite a few chances to miss a shift here.
That's why I like my paddles. I used to use the gear. I got the 6-speed gear shifter, and I got to where I was always missing a gear in it, and couldn't get. I'd go from 2nd to 5th, and there's no gear there, so it's a clutch. So yeah, I got tired of that, and I finally shifted over to the paddles, and I wouldn't change it for a world.
Yeah, I can't race. I can't race these tracks without the H pattern. I don't know what it is. I have to have a physical shifter uh for these places. I got to be able to go from fourth to second on a downshift.
Well, now, back when the first uh, Thrustmasters came out with the original NASCAR, I'm sure you're not old enough to remember that, but it come out with a 4 pattern, and I got really used to that. But when I got this uh, G27, it's got a 6-speed shifter plus reverse. I just never got used to the shifter, so I got a brand new shifter here, and the only thing I use it for is buttons for controlling in the game or the
Yeah, I
sim.
like the. I have a Fanatec shifter, and I used to have that G27 shifter, never had a problem with it. But the Fanatec one's just got that little bit heavier of a gear throw, and you just I don't know, it's nice.
Izinga is your second place runner, followed by this man right here, Mike Lemon, and the gap is substantial as Lemon is 6 seconds back behind Izinga. Izinga's 2 seconds behind Hesgard. So,
Yeah, I told you about that strategy, and again, I said that was the only way to make up some time, and he's done a really good job because his lap times, that time he ran a 1:11.8, which is actually his fastest of the entire race, and Ryan is also doing a 1:11.8, so he's within 2 seconds and running the same lap times as the leader. Really good call by staying out there, I think.
well, the thing about it is right now he's not got to worry about anybody in front of him. Well, you got to get Hesgard, but he doesn't have to worry about anybody on his back end, so he can run his line, run his race, and race the track and knock the car in front of him or behind him until he gets to
Yeah.
the car in front of him. But Hesgard just keeps pulling away.
Well, one thing I don't, some people don't like it, but Ben, right now he can see his target. He can see where he's losing. He can see what the guy in front of him's doing a little bit differently, and what he can do to change to be faster where he's not as fast as him. When you're able to see your target, what you're chasing, I think it makes a big difference between being far enough that you can't see him.
And you can see what he's doing, so maybe you can adjust for that. As he gained a tenth of a second there.
Yeah, he's pushing really hard. I can tell. I see him coming off these corners here. He's pushing really hard
I
as he
seen
does
smoke.
another 1:11.9. Yeah, there's some smoke in the pits. I think somebody blew it up.
It's
I
got to
think.
be Nathan Pollard.
Oh no, it was Clay Phillips. He'd been sitting in the pits long enough that it just blew itself up.
Says he's 9 laps down, so he actually got out on the track and ran some. Did he not? No?
Joe's 21 laps down for me,
Okay. Okay, I got you.
I do think he did go run a lap or two. I think he didn't want anything to do with this. No, he didn't run a lap for me. So, but
Well, as long as he shows up, he's still going to get points, so that's all that counts.
yep, that's right. So Ben's doing a really good job maintaining the gap here.
But
2.7 seconds. That's enough that if Ryan makes a serious mistake, he's in striking distance.
I don't see a battle anywhere close.
James Lorello is trying to get to the bumper of Gary, and that's about the closest we got on track right now.
Oh, Cronenwick
Gary
got loose.
really loose off that corner. Wow. Good job for hanging on to that one. And that's going to give Lorello the run.
Yeah, he was definitely out of the gas to keep that car straight.
As he goes really wide there, James Lorello keeps a nice, clean exit there. That's going to close up the gap a little bit.
And the bus stop is probably where Lorello's probably going to try to make his move. If he can get his
I don't know
draft.
if he's close enough to get the bus stop. Gary's getting down through the S's really well. James really used all of the curb there. That's the way you got to do it.
Using some of the grass as well, I see.
I went to Yeah, I went to go check on that gap again between the leaders, and I don't know if Ben made a mistake or not, but he's lost quite a bit now. He's over 3.5 seconds behind, so he's lost over
I
8
don't.
tenths since the last time I checked in on him.
I don't think he's made a mistake. I just think Hesgard has just got that pedal to the metal.
Yeah, that's probably true too, and he's got a little bit fresher tires, so
We drop back here just to see, keep up eye on this Chronowit Lorillo battle going on.
this is where Chrono is. I think is really good. He's getting down through those S's really well. He keeps the gap big enough between him and Lorello that Lorello can't really make a move into the bus stop.
And they're actually
Lorello's
gaining on
really good
Butner.
on braking here.
Both of these drivers are gaining on Butner.
Yeah, I can't remember when they both stopped. All right, Buckner stopped on 18, and Gary stopped on 19, so they got a lap fresher tires.
Lorillo's got 3 lap fresher tires than anybody else, as he is just currently working lap 5 on this stint.
Yeah, Lorello went in on 18 too, so him and Lorello and Gary have the same age on their tires.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, your leader is Ryan Hesgard. In just in case you're wondering and picking up on this race as we're 27 laps into it, he is definitely dominating here. This is the Watkins Glen's GoFundMe 100 for Rhonda Wellborn. My wife, battling diabetes. We got a link in the description there. If you can hit us up, make a donation, that's great. If you can't, the best thing you can do for us is share that thing on your Facebook page. Hesgard really loose.
Yeah, he's throwing that car around about as much as he possibly can, but you see the gap growing every lap, so obviously it works all right for him. Kronowitz starting to pull away from Lorello here.
I think Lorillo got his tires just a little too hot, trying to chase him down.
Yeah, good possibility.
Wow, I didn't think Edwards had that much damage on his car, but it is just smashed on the right side.
Yeah, he's definitely got a little bit of damage on it, but still
I
running top 7.
He's had to have hit the wall again. He didn't have that much damage earlier. Getty Butner are just riding around on a Sunday afternoon, riding around in 4th. Started this race in 4th, if I'm not mistaken. He started 5th. He's gained 1 position, so.
Yeah, but I don't know if he can. It's I don't know. Lap times are about the same, so I think he can hold on to 4th from his teammate. Actually, his teammate went about 4 tenths faster that last lap.
I'm about to say, they look like they're gaining, and then he just run off the track right there. Wow.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt him maybe a little bit.
He is so loose
But
coming off of that last turn.
yeah, that last turn is just so tough to get the power back on. It feels like you can never get the power back.
All the way off through the rumble strips, and Lorillo stays on the east side of it. I don't know what the advantage is either way. I've run it both ways. Seems like if you try to take the shorter route and stay on the track, you tear up that right tire, and if you swing wide, you burn up the left rear. So I don't know.
For me, I feel like the car just without the rumble strips hitting them hard and driving it about as straight as you can through the bus stop, the car never turns at least off of these stock setups. If you run a little bit of different setup, it turns a little better because that left front actually gets back off the ground. But the way it is right now, it's tough.
Well, it looks like Larillo's closed that gap just a little bit.
Yeah, he's closing it up again. I think his tires probably cooled down a little bit. So let's see if he can close up a
Dustin
little
Jones
less than
back
a
down
second.
pit road.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to run around at this point.
Well, the man of the hour, 5 seconds over the field. 11 laps to go in this race. Ryan Hesgard is your leader.
Yeah, no surprise there.
I think we're going to interview second, third, and fourth tonight. And no sense in interviewing Hesgard, right?
Yeah, something like, yep, won again.
Yeah, okay. Nice talking to you. Bye, man.
Yep.
Nah, we love to pick on Hesgard, but he is an awesome driver. Everybody hates a winner. Ask Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah, I mean, you can say something about a guy that wins every week that, is faster than most of the field all the time, but everybody's pushing to be as fast as Ryan, so, it's somebody to look up to in a way to, hey, that's the guy we got to catch.
Well, you got Earnhardt, you got Gordon, and you got Jimmy Johnson. All the fans liked them until they started winning. And then once they started winning every week, the likers become haters. I know it's still for me for Jimmy Johnson. I just can't stand the man. But I was a Gordon fan.
That because he damn sure doesn't win anymore.
Well, that's why I still don't like him. But either way, I was a Gordon fan and really never pulled for Earnhardt. But man, that man could drive. He could really drive. I pulled for his son though.
Yeah,
I wish he was still racing.
I never got to see Earnhardt run. A little before my time.
Well, you missed a good show, man. It was some really good racing. My favorite race with Dale Earnhardt is Bristol with him and Terry Labonte. Terry goes in, gets 4 fresh tires. Earnhardt stays out. Terry goes by him when the restart. Earnhardt drills him in the rear end, sends him up into the wall, wins the race, and then says he had stickers, didn't he? That was my favorite race. And I'm not a Terry Labonte fan, but I really liked that race by Earnhardt. He was not afraid to put the bumper to you.
No. is Gary's really? He's closing in. He's a little over a second now before he gets to Getty.
And Larillo is way back.
Benazinga made a big mistake.
Yeah, he has, because Cronowit is right there. You know what? Azinga's got damage. I wonder where he got that from.
He must have hit the wall or something.
He had to hit the outside wall coming off that last turn. And I don't know. Let's see if I can. Let's see if it'll bring me back that far. I don't know.
All right, lap 31, he did a 1:29.
I took it back to the last crash, so let's see if this is where he takes it. He got loose. I don't see it.
Yeah. Coming out of 6 on lap 31, he just puts it into the tires.
Wow.
Grabs too much grass, car hooks left. That's really unfortunate.
Well, that's opened up the door for Mike Lemon to try to run down Hesgard. Am I not live? Oh, I'm live. It says I'm live.
Yeah, as hard as he hit that wall, I'm surprised the car's still running, to be honest with you.
Well, Getty Butler's ready to pounce, so.
Well, now we at least got a battle finally.
We may end up having a battle back here between Larillo and Cronowit, as Larillo has.
Good spot.
He's caught back. He's actually got around Cronowit.
Yeah, Cronowit made a mistake through the bus stop.
He's getting ready to make another mistake. As loose as he's getting, he's going to give a chance for Bill Edwards to get to him.
Yeah, you remember earlier in the show I talked about how Gary was hanging it out every single corner, and James was just a little bit smoother getting back on that throttle, and that was going to pay off for him in the long run. Well, it looks like it's paid off for him.
Really doing a really good job. Going to try to come home with a top 5 here tonight. As we get back up here to the battle of Butner and Izinga, Butner looking to try to take away that top 3 spot and come home with a podium.
Yeah, I mean, Getty, he's just been consistent all night, and that's kind of the theme of his season. He's just run consistent laps every single time, not really making any big mistakes, and it's paying off for him tonight.
Well, it's definitely going to be a
Ben,
show between him and Hesgar when it comes to the playoffs.
and Ben is really on it right now. I mean, he's getting on the dirt in just about every turn he goes to. He is using all of the track he possibly can, getting loose out of just about every corner there is.
Well, he knows he's got 6 laps to go before this race is over with, and he wants to hang on to that podium finish.
Yeah, for sure, and he's had a little bit of an up and down season, so to get a top 3 here tonight would probably do well for him.
Now, he does have a win, does he not? I think Izinga does have a win.
Well,
He does. He does have one win, and he's currently in 7th spot, so he's locked into the playoffs. As a matter of fact, everybody that's won a race has run 80% of the races so far and is locked into the playoffs. The guy on the button, though, is Cronowit versus Rod Fostenau. Looks like roughly about 26 points or so differs between those two.
Right on that cutoff line, and Chris Dofer is the man on the cutoff line, sitting there at 16th. I believe that's the cutoff.
12th.
Oh, is it 12? Okay.
Yep.
Well, then points-wise, Ben would be out, but since he's got that win, he is in, so that would bump Fozenal out as it stands.
Right. It's
So Gary would be on the bubble.
He is. And you know what? I'm just sitting here looking. Everybody that is in the top 13 showed up for this race. The only driver that did not show up for this race that's on the outside looking in is David Wright.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt David Wright trying to get into this championship. He had a good run last week, getting 2 extra positions, moving up to 13th in point standings, but he's gonna lose a few tonight.
Don't think he's really going to lose anything, to be honest with you. I think there's only one or two drivers that's in this race. Rod Fostenau is above him, so
might not lose
Brent
position,
Kingcott
lose at least 20 points.
Brent Kingcott will pass him as he is running in this race, and they are tied in the points as of right now. So he will lose 1 spot to Brent Kingcott. Christopher's racing, but he's 100 points almost back, over 100 points back. So he's definitely going to lose 1 spot.
To close it up a little bit. So
5 laps to go.
Season, it's tough to. Is Ben still holding off Getty? Getty wants the spot. I don't know if he's any faster or not, but Ben is running that car as hard as he possibly can to hold him off.
Well,
Getty is right there on exit.
I hate to tell you this, but Earnhardt, wow. Hesgard has got 18-second lead over 2nd place.
Yeah, that's more than both of us thought he'd get, so
yeah.
That's a Hesgard showing for sure.
That's 10 seconds more than I thought it was going to be.
At this point, nothing he does surprises me.
So this battle is going to really build up here, as Getty Butner is definitely going to end up trying to make a move here within the next 2 laps. I figure he's going to try to make his move with another lap or 2 to go. Probably going to make it going into 1. Izinga lost a little bit right there as he got really loose.
Yeah, he's going to be able to make a move here if he wants to.
Izinga blocks to the outside.
Just not close enough to get it done. Ben really late on the brakes there. I'm not even sure I made the corner being that late on the brakes. That was impressive. Really good drive by both of them right now.
Well, he knew to block the outside there.
Off the corner. But Getty's gonna get the run because of how loose he
And
got.
there's the move to the
Side by
inside.
side into one. Just not close enough yet. Ben gets a good run off that corner, but so does Getty.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to stick with these drivers right up until about the last lap, unless Getty Buckner makes the move and actually gets around him.
And Getty was a little bit faster through the S's there. He's going to be able to make a move into the bus stop here. Just a tiny bit too far to really make anything happen.
And we know Getty's not going to put the bumper to him, so.
I don't know. He's racing for the podium here, so.
I know Getty. He won't do it. He's like Mikey. He won't do it. He hates everything. He likes it. He likes it. Awesome job by these drivers here tonight. No yellow flags. That just goes to show how good drivers these are. Hint, hint. Wink, wink.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's at a track like this. I mean, it is tough.
Wow,
Wow,
Getty's there.
So close.
He is there. He's waiting. Oh, he made a mess.
Really,
yeah.
He missed that corner a little bit on exit.
And you know Izinga's mirror driving. He has got one eye on the monitor and the other in that mirror.
But Ben just needs to look forward here. Don't worry about the guy behind you. Run your line. The second he starts looking out that window, he's gonna make the rearview mirror. He's gonna make a mistake.
Well, I'm almost betting he's mirror driving.
He could be. I don't know, but whatever he's doing, he's making for a hell of a battle.
Oh.
And he's gonna try to go to his outside, just not close enough.
Well, Izinga seems to be expecting that there every time, and swings that car just a little extra wider. Getty is so close, he can taste it. There it is. He got loose.
He just got real loose off. They're going to be side by side.
Drag race into one.
Battle. It's going to be, yep, and Getty gets on the brakes a little bit later. But is he going to have to run
there's
off?
The move.
Got a really good run off. He's about to check out. Again, another textbook pass into one.
And that's how you got to do it at Watkins Glen if you want to get a podium finish.
Can't say enough about Getty here. Just ran a super clean race, super smooth. He's gotten absolutely everything he can.
Awesome job with these drivers. Looking forward to it. Cronowit down pit road. He'd been there for a while. I didn't know what happened to him.
I didn't see it. He's got big front end damage there.
Oh no. Well, final lap. I don't think Izinga's going to be able to make the move.
Gary flipped the car.
Oh, wow.
Coming out of one on lap 37, he got loose and just nails the barrier, flips the car, hits Lorello.
Check this out. 39 of Dustin Jones is going to lose it in front of the leaders. Has lost it in front of the leaders.
Wow, that's probably a little bit of a heart skipper there for
Hesgard.
Yeah.
He stated
he
held the brakes and was able to do it, so.
That's probably not what he wanted to see, though. Coming to the checkered flag here. Rolls out. He's about to enter turn 6. He's got 17 seconds on the field at this point. He's coasting.
I don't blame him. I just ride. Ain't no sense in tearing my car up. Get an extra couple bonus points for not having an incident if he's kept it out of the grass all race.
And Hesgard is going to win this race by over 17 seconds.
And there's your win.
Mike Lemon rounding 6 right now. Entering 7. No contest for him either. Getty Buckner is going to round 7 here with Ben Izinga behind him for 3rd and 4th. Good run by both of those drivers.
Pandal's
James
trying to make a
Morello.
move to try to take away a ninth spot away from Short.
He's there. He's gonna have to give him the bumper into 6 though if he wants to move 6 or 7. He's gonna have to get a really good run off here. Short narrowed his exit a little bit. I'm not. He was trying to get a better run off, but JP ended up getting a better run. So he's gonna make a move. Short blocks it. JP. Yeah, JP was a little nice there. I'm not sure I would have.
I'd have turned him.
I think I'd give him a little bit of bumper there. But here he goes into 7.
Inside of him.
Ryan's
Almost
real
had it.
close. Just
He
couldn't
had
get
to
it
back
done.
out of it. He cut him down on the inside. If JP hadn't have backed out, he'd have turned him into the fence.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, your winner, of course, is Ryan Hesgard, as we predicted. I was really pulling
18
for
second.
Izinga, but your man here is just burning it down, tearing it up. I don't blame him. I'd tear that car up right now. It's paid for. As let's go ahead and grab Mr. Butner. If
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Getty Butner started this race 5th, he's gonna come home with a third place finish.
Hey, Getty, this is Spencer and David in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, how's it going, fellas?
Well,
Man, super clean race, starting in 5th position and working your way up to 3rd. You know, it looked like you just ran out there, kept it smooth, didn't make any mistakes. And what do you think about the race?
Well, yeah, I was not able to practice at all. This is actually my first road course race ever in a stock car. My first laps were taken. I've been sick. I have pneumonia. Been sick last month or so, so I haven't really been on iRacing. So I came out here and I realized I had enough speed to hang around. There was definitely little groups. Ryan, obviously in a class of his own, Mike and Ben, and then it was me, kind of all by myself all race, which allowed me to save my stuff. Which there at the end, once Ben kind of used up his equipment, I was able to get past him without doing anything too sketchy. So
Yeah, we watched that battle for quite a few laps. You know, super. I mean, you just textbook pass into 1.
yeah, no, I mean it was basically me just watching him overdrive it, and it was only a matter of time. That's really all it was. My lap times are probably slower following him. Just wasn't pushing it.
I told you he's a pouncer. He sits there and waits till somebody makes some mistakes, and then he's all over him like a leopard going for a meal.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That was the whole plan. Is kind of he had obviously messed up once, which is how I caught him, and I was just kind of waiting for him to do it again. He didn't so much. He was just out of control because his tires were probably pretty used up from that spin. So that's how my race went. And it was nice. A big shout out to SGK. They had a decent race. Mike did really well, and then huge shout out to Ryan, who came out here, definitely did his homework, was very prepared, and put a whooping on most of us. So,
Well, any other shout outs before we let you go?
no, just shout out to all you guys. David, I'm kind of out of it again. Again, being sick with pneumonia, I'm really spacey. But just shout out to everyone involved with DRL. All my teammates at SGK, all the guys at S2R that we practice with most of the time, and David, Spencer, you guys up in the booth.
Well, congratulations on your third place finish, my man.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, man, good race, especially for being your first time.
Yeah, no, it was tough. It was a tough one.
All right, man, we'll let you go. Get better soon, man.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
And there was our 3rd place finisher, Getty Buckner, as we look to bring in our 2nd place finisher, Mike Lemon, here real quick. Hey, Mike, this is Spencer and David in the booth. You got a copy?
Hi guys, how are you?
Hey, man, really good race, starting in 2nd, finishing in 2nd. A little bit of up and down there. You were down to Azinga 8 seconds at one point, but kept it smooth the entire race and came out with the podium finish. How was the race for you?
Oh, it was excellent. Those two were really fast. The nice part about me running my hardest, fastest lap and still losing ground, then you kind of realize there's no sense of trying to catch them. So I just tried to do some conservative laps, and it was still good enough to finish where I finished. So Ben had some bad luck there in the one turn, I think, but he would have finished second for sure.
Well, yeah, it was something that I was talking about with David here, that we were watching you, and compared to a lot of these guys like Ben, Ben had the car completely hung out just about every corner, and you were a little bit more conservative than some of the other guys on the tires that it looked like. So, and I said that that would probably end up paying off, and it looks like it did.
Well, that was it. Like, if I overdrove the car to the limit, like these cars to go fast, you have to be, it's just crazy on the limit. So, I was driving that way and still losing ground to Ryan. So I'm like, what's the point? So I backed it off a little bit, and I was still pulling away from third, or I guess fourth at the time. But and yeah, Ben spun out, so it worked out for second instead of third. But yeah, overall it was a great race to come in second to Ryan. He's in the league as his own here, like, well, anywhere. So yeah, it was a good run.
You
Yeah,
know,
good points day for you. You can't complain about that.
I think I'm gonna give up trucks and wherever Ryan goes next year, I'm going, because ain't nobody got the muscle or the gumptions to do it. I might have to go out there and do it.
No, yeah, no, I'm telling you, if he went to the Cup next year, he'd be winning a ton of races.
Yeah, he's that good. I wouldn't even be able to get to him to wreck him. I'd have to stop on the track and wait till he come to me.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Yep. Well, Mike, shout outs, man. Get them in, get them out. No, you got them.
That was a good run for SGK, and Getty just it's motivation to stay ahead of the boss,
He.
and you get all the time for doing the broadcasts. It's really fun in this league.
Well, congratulations on your second place finish. Look forward to seeing you in the playoffs, my man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Alrighty. Well,
All right, there's your second place finisher.
it was a really awesome race here tonight. I just can't get over how great of a race this was here for the Dynasty Racing League being at the Glen. I just don't know what more I can say. I do want to thank everybody for showing up here tonight.
Well, we gonna skip Ryan altogether?
Oh, well, I mean,
Let's bring him up here.
I don't know. I don't know.
David and Spencer in the booth. He got a copy.
I was hoping you'd pull him in early and let him listen to all that spiel so he wouldn't feel left out. And then I just go off air and bye, right? Hesgard, like check out like he did. Mr. Hesgard, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Well, you did check out. 18-second win over the field. Does it make you feel good?
I wouldn't call it 18 seconds.
Well, we're going to call it 18 seconds because it's what it says, 18.066.
Yeah. Izinga was there until he made that. Yeah, he was. He was within 6 seconds before he made a mistake. He was actually. We were pretty consistent there, for 10 laps or so. I'd pull away a little bit, then he'd gain it right back. But I don't know. I mean, my first road course win, I'll take it. That's for sure.
Well, I got to compare that what you just said to Earnhardt and cutting a tire down at Daytona for the Daytona 500. If it woulda, coulda, shoulda. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. I pride myself on being consistent at every racetrack I go to, whether I'm fast or not. I'm not the fastest one here, by far. You want to watch somebody fast at Watkins Glen, go talk to Caden Honeycutt, because that guy is
Awesome.
100 times faster than I am. But I mean, I put in probably close to 100 laps of practice before the session even opened, just trying to hit the exact same marks every single time. Because I mean, going into this, I didn't expect to win. I didn't expect to get the pole. I just expected to finish. But leading out most of the laps and all the other stuff is great.
Well,
Domination.
that's it. You may not be as fast as Honeycutt, but I'm telling you right now, you had it here tonight. You made it work. kept the equipment up underneath you. That's what you got to do to win a championship. So you're that much closer to winning it, that much closer to having a really nice, comfortable league going into the playoffs. Thoughts and concerns coming up for these next few tracks?
Last year at Mid Ohio, Spencer, if you remember, I was very, very fast in the middle section.
Yeah,
I was actually yeah, and I made that mistake. So you learn from those mistakes, and this year we're way better prepared on the. We'll put in the practice to see exactly how many laps we can go and exactly how much we need to finish. So we won't make that mistake twice. Just hopefully, I mean, Mid Ohio is so technical and it's so easy to mess up. So the goal at these road course races, because I'm not a road course racer by any means, is simply to finish. And if you can be consistent and hit the exact same marks and hope everybody else can't, it's a thing to have in your ballpark. So.
Well, Mr. Hesgard, great job there tonight. Come on with another win. Shout outs, man. Get them in, get them out. Now you got them.
Yeah, I gotta say congrats to Mr. Harmon. Got married this weekend. So congrats to him and his new bride. Big thank you to you guys in the booth. I know we're in that mid-season stretch right now. It's getting stressful. It takes up a lot of time, but for you guys to give us the couple hours 3 nights a week is fantastic, and we appreciate it. So big thank you to you guys in the booth. Big thanks to all the DRL admins as a whole, putting up with all the BS that we provide day in and day out. So thank you to them.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I always end it with my teammates. Without the support and having a group of dedicated friends to a goal is a great thing, and having guys that got your back for a lot more than iRacing is what it's all about. So big shout out to all the S2R guys.
Well, I don't even know if we want to broadcast for the next few races, seeing as how you're just going to win them all anyway. But we'll see you in the victory lane at the end of the season. How's that?
We'll see. I went in with really high hopes last year, and I couldn't get it done. So it's all about that. Who wants it more to come to Homestead? So we'll see. We'll see if I have it. Then I'll give it all I got. So.
Well,
maybe me and you won't throw the races away at Homestead this year.
yeah. Well, stay off of each other, and you might have a shot.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, it's been fun. It's been real. Congratulations, Mr. Hesgard. We look forward to seeing you back here next week.
Thanks, guys.
Let's see. What do we got to get up next? We need
That's
the unofficial results is what we need. Unofficially, Hesgard led 39 of the 41 laps here, so that means that Bill Edwards got 1 lap, Brent Kingcock got 1 lap. The rest of them were dominated.
both of them.
The race was won by unofficial results, 18.066 seconds. So, wow. I don't know what to say that. Yeah, just why did anybody show up? They should have
When
just.
he says that he was close, 6 seconds behind, I think that just says something for the race. Yeah, he was close. He was 6 seconds. Behind.
Yeah, 6 seconds. Yeah, give me a 6-second head start next time, and we'll see how that works out for you. But Mike Lemon comes home second, ladies and gentlemen. Getty Butner's third. Ben Isinga's fourth. James Larillo's fifth. Bill Edwards sixth. Seventh, Brent Kingcock. Chris Stouffer's eighth. Andrew Short brings home ninth. And James Pandolf finally did end up with that top 10. And our next is Sam Niederham in 11th. Rod Fossenall in 12th. Dustin Jones still running at the end of this thing. Ends up in 13th. Gary Cronowit, wow, a little short, 4 laps. Gotta hate that for the man. By the way, thank you, Gary, for what you've done for us. Nathan Pollard and Sidarius Jackson and Clay Phillips did not take the field tonight, but he's still going to get last place points. With that being said, that's going to conclude that. I want to thank everybody for showing up here tonight racing. It's not one of the favorite tracks. I want to thank all the fans and everyone for showing up. Want to thank all of the supporters for our GoFundMe page so far. It's been a great start. Want to thank everybody that's donated. Want to thank everybody who is sharing the link on their Facebook page. If you can't donate, please put it on your Facebook page. Get it out there. The more people that know about it, the better chance we have at covering these doctor bills. The wife will. I'll be putting up another update in 3 weeks when we go back to the doctor to find out what's going to happen. With that being said, I want to thank everybody at Dynasty Racing League for everything that they do. James Pandolf for being the owner, financial marketing, race control, broadcasting. JP's got his hands in everything in here. I want to thank Martin Wenzel and Jordan Gonzalez for the graphics and the technical work that we see with ATVO and everything you can see on these screens here. The broadcasters, myself, David Welborn Jr., Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Martin Wenzel, Getty Butner, James Pandolf, Spencer Tart, and any other broadcasters that jump in from time to time like David Wright. Y'all really make this league what it is. Race control, Martin Wenzel, Getty Butner, James Pandolf, Robbie Armstrong, Dakota Wilkins, Ryan Hesgard, Jeremy Hebel, Richard Springer, and Eric Witherholtz. Want to thank those gentlemen for the hard work they do trying to keep these drivers in line and try to keep the children to make sure they do not get out of line. Behave. So, yes, it is a hard job. It is a thankless job, but we thank them anyway for doing it. I want to thank the administrators, James Pandolf, Getty Butner, Martin Wenzel, Ryan Branch, and myself, David Welborn Jr., for everything that goes on in this league. If you have questions, comments, need something taken care of, hit us up. We are in red in Discord. I'm usually online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If I'm not at my computer, I would definitely get it over my phone. So if you have questions, comments, let me know. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to conclude our broadcast. And I am a black screen for some reason. Let's see if we can't. Wow, seriously? Just a black screen? I can't get, really?
If it's not something, it's another.
Well, we're just totally blacked out. I don't know what to do. There's no cars left on the track, so, well, let's at least bring that back up so we got something to look at as I sign off here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for coming out. Hit us up here at GoFundMe if you can. If not, just put it on your Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to conclude the broadcast. Hey, Spencer, thank you for showing up, man.
Yeah, man, no problem. I'd love to come out and help you guys and do what least I can do.
Alrighty. Good night, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you back here, same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow night. Oh, wait a minute. That's what I didn't do. Next race is Mid-Ohio. Wait for that. Hesgar's going to win it again, so don't show up and bother watching, ladies and gentlemen. I just told you he's going to win. And our next race is going to be tomorrow night at Eldora. It's going to be a dirt track classic. You're going to classically see me hit everything, including the pace car. So come out there.
See me dominate the field.
Yeah, well, like I said, I told you what's going to happen with me and you. And you're going to come to me. I'm going to spin out in front of you, and that's going to be the end of it. So,
I'm going to avoid you.
well, you better be turning left and when you're supposed to turn right, because if I had to turn right to turn left, we're going to end up making a mess.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Well, I told you what's going to happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, you mark my words. I'm going to be wrecked about 4 or 5 times tomorrow. Probably end up having to park it before halfway, but it's going to be a fun try. And that is going to conclude the broadcast. I'm going to actually sign off now. Good night. God bless. Where is the OBS? There it is.